Hi, my name is Elijah, and this is my introductory speech. Do you know what it means to be mentally tough? Do you know what it means to be emotionally tough? It is my belief that no one is born with these traits. They're learned during life experiences. Throughout my life, I've learned to apply them in the face of adversity, whether it's playing football, being a soldier, or my wife's current deployment. But I'll talk about it later too. Coming out of high school, I wasn't the best student. I couldn't balance academics and my social life. And because of that, my mental was affected. Even then, I still graduated, but not without the help of my parents, my teachers, and a lot of makeup work. I still felt like I wasn't ready to take that next step in my education, which for most people it's college. So graduation time came around and I felt my best alternative route was the military. Coming from a military family, it wasn't weird for me to follow in the footsteps, but I didn't look at it that way. I looked at it as me jump-starting my adult life. Coming into high school, I needed more discipline. I needed more self-confidence, and I felt that the military would provide that for me. And so that's what I did. So my drill sergeant always told me their goal was to break you down to build you back up. And that's exactly what they did. I needed to get out of my comfort zone. And what better way to do that than to be forced out of your comfort zone? I'll be the first to tell you that basic was a mental game. It was not a physical one. Whether it was staying composed while you're getting yelled at, sometimes for the right things, but most of the time for the wrong things. But that took a strong, disciplined mind. Battling through knee injuries, trying to make my 2-mile time so I don't get recycled, that took a strong-willed mind. But for me, worst of all is probably being away from my family for 2 months, only being able to talk to them 2 to 3 times. I faced a lot of adversity in my military career, but looking back at it now, it was all necessary to aid my development into the man, son, and husband I am today. Even now, I'm still facing emotional and mental, hardships today. Rewind to December 4th, 2019. It's my wife and I's second anniversary. Yeah, we're pretty newly married still, I guess. But I found myself spending it alone because in October 2019, my wife left to go on a military assignment to Korea for 1 year. I knew it was coming, so I was already prepared for it. I had to learn how to live alone. I had to learn how to occupy my time so I wouldn't go crazy. But even then, it's still tough. Still tough. Around that time, my friends were already gone. They were either out of the military or they were off to another installation. So it was basically just me. And then 2020 rolls around and all over the news, there's a virus outbreak. Some part in the world, but it's spreading around the world at alarming rates. I learned that one of the more heavily affected areas was South Korea, where my wife was stationed at. And so you can only imagine what was going through my head. Her well-being was number one in my mind at that point. And so I spoke to her, and we decided the best way to cope was to keep faith in each other and keep communicating. And we're still doing that. I'm still facing that now, but it's getting better. And I just have to keep telling myself that October 2020 is when she'll come back. And I'm telling myself I got to hold out until then for myself, for her, and for the rest of my family. It's my hardest battle yet. But throughout my life, I felt through my mental and my emotional toughness, I built that up my whole life. And it's prepared me for this moment now. It's prepared me for this time. And I feel like, and I will prevail. Everyone goes through problems in their everyday life. Whether, big or small, all that matters is how you handle them. Will you face them, or will you let them consume you? As I mentioned, I strengthened my mental and my emotional toughness through my military career and through most recent, my wife's deployment. Everyone has it in them. You just have to learn how to bring it out, and you will bring it out in certain situations. Thank you for your attention.